But let's move on and get you an exclusive conversation that we had with Tata Motors passenger vehicles. The MD, Shailesh Chandra, he spoke at the launch of the new Harrier and Safari and told my colleague Jude Sannith that it isn't rural demand, but the bigger spending that's impacting the sales of entry-level hatchbacks.
The segment has been growing over a period of time, and with now segment-leading features that we have launched, the two cars with, I think the expectation is that the volume should grow from here. I don't want to risk speculation here, but we'll discover in the period of time next, say, 2 months or so, where the demand stabilizes, because initially you do get very high demand, and it is not easy to really understand what the steady state would be. So we'll just wait for discovering more about the demand. Pricing is a straightforward answer to that. There was already a reference of the last price of the outgoing model of Harrier Safari. There has been significant upgrade, tech-wise, styling-wise, comfort-wise. A lot of new features have been added, which would sum to a much higher total than the increment in the price that we have taken as the introductory price. So I think if you see the starting price, the difference would be hardly 35,000-40,000 we would have given, whereas the value of the car would have increased multiple times more than that. It is definitely a cause of concern for players who have been strong in the hatches and sedan, because there is a continuous gravitation of the demand towards the SUVs, and therefore the hatches and sedans have been under pressure. And it will be the case because people have a natural preference to go for SUV-ish kind of vehicle, not because it is an SUV, but because it has a better ground clearance, because of the seating, command seating position, better visibility. So if at the same price point you give a car and an SUV, like a Punch as an option against a hatch, people prefer a Punch kind of a vehicle. And therefore this is a more structural decline that one is seeing. And it's not just a temporary decline. And therefore you would have seen that maybe last year, H1 share of SUVs would have been 42-43%. Today it is 50-51%. And that has come completely at the cost of cars. So there is a structural shift that you are seeing in the nature of demand, moving towards SUVs because the launch activities also.
But where does it leave the entry-level segment, especially given the fact that you're seeing a 5-year low as far as entry-level cars are concerned? Analysts also point out that this is emblematic of rural problems continuing to persist. Is that cause for worry?
I would say, one, rural can be, but I don't think that's a big impact. We have not seen rural demand going down significantly in cars. It is more related to customers also going for a more pricier car, more feature-rich car. So median price of the cars have significantly gone up. Now it is in the range of 10 lakh, the median price of the cars that get sold in the country. As compared to 5-6 years back, it would have been 5-6 lakhs. So there is, in general, people are looking for more feature-rich, bigger cars. But yes, it is also because the entry-level hatches and all, people are preferring more a Punch kind of a vehicle, which is also 5.5 lakh kind of a car, 5.5 to 8 lakh. So people prefer that I'll spend slightly more and maybe buy a more car with a more higher ground clearance, and which is more modern, which is new. So this is what people are looking for.
Interesting chat that was. For the time being, we'll slip into a short break. When we return, we'll be joined by the management of IRM Energy. Remember, their IPO opens a subscription.